Hello, this is Albert Espinoza, and this is a video summary of my Keirsey Temperament Disorder 2 questionnaire, and this is for MPA 520, Leadership and Management at CBU for Dr. Beth Groves, and this is week 2, May 2020. After finalizing the questionnaire and seeing the results, my 4 letters are ESFJ. So extroversion, sensing, feeling, and judging. And according to the results, I am part of the Guardians section, and I'm also a provider. So kind of getting into some of the details of the provider, eager to serve others and make people feel part of a group, and luckily I was able to talk this through with my wife, and she completely agreed with a lot of the results. So I was kind of surprised and intrigued by a couple of the things that I was able to read in the book. Extroversion, making me a social contributor and giving of my time, which I do a lot. And one example is how I like to coach for my son's soccer teams and, be part of something and, contribute my time. Sensing, I am very mindful and observant of others because I want to make sure they are okay. Uh, Whether it's someone at work or whether it's one of my players, I try to be mindful and sensitive to how they feel. And in feeling, again, I like to bring in cooperation, bringing people together, and I want to make sure everyone feels like they belong. Again, I think that's part of the whole provider feeling, sensing. But one thing is, I am judgmental. I am very quick to judge, and I do make decisions uh, rather quickly. And it's unfortunate because sometimes, I like something or dislike something, and sometimes I don't give that person or thing an opportunity. And again, a couple of these 4 letters are things that my wife, it was nice to talk it out with her, and she said, yep, that kind of hits you right on the spot. So that was kind of cool to find out. Some of the pros of being an ESFJ is, I do like to, be a team player and create this teamwork environment. So I enjoy brainstorming and helping the group at work. As a deputy director of public works, that's my job, is to bring everyone together. It's kind of interesting. Another detail within the book that I read was attention to detail. Maybe that's why I enjoyed being an engineer. Why I initially got into it. I am uh, pretty strict and detailed about things. I do get a little OCD, so that was interesting to read in the book. Outstanding host. I do enjoy having a great time. If my wife and I throw a party at the house, I want to make sure everyone feels comfortable at the house and that they're enjoying themselves. I'm dependable. I'm here for the team, my supervisors, the organization, my staff. I know some of you I've worked with at CBU through our courses. I try to help you guys out, and it's kind of funny. Dependable is a word that someone had once told me. They can count on me. I'm eager to serve others. I'm ready to be of assistance. And I actually say that I work a lot, that I'm here for everyone. I'm here for, my director, my staff, my family, and I just want everyone to make sure they're okay. And again, part of being a coach, not just for the boys on my son's soccer team, but also for the team at work. I want to be that person, that go-to person that they can count on, and I can help them in some way, shape, or form. Some of the cons of being an ESFJ that I read in the book was that sometimes, you are a little nostalgic, and I kind of recount some of the past experiences, and I've kind of done some of that. I do that a lot where I kind of reminisce on the good old days and I kind of drift. And sometimes I shouldn't worry so much about what the good old days were, what it used to be. I need to live at the moment and look forward. Expressing anticipations of gloom and doom. It's kind of funny because I say this a lot. I tell this to my staff. I expect the worst, but hope for the best. My wife jokes with me because she says I'm a Debbie Downer, and I tell her, hey, I'm just a realist. But again, it's kind of interesting that ESFJs do express a little doom and gloom. And again, going back to being judging and judgmental, I'm quick to dislike or like things. And I've done this with food, I've done this with decisions, and even with people. I can be harsh and quick to judge sometimes to a fault. And I've been working on this for a while now, and I've gotten a lot better. And so I did get confirmation from my wife, because I was like this, where, whether it was something she's like, hey, don't judge so quickly. Think about it some more. So it was interesting to read that in the book as well. One thing that really hit home for me about this questionnaire was the personable and talkative perspective about an ESFJ. My wife says that hits home of who I am. I enjoy striking conversations with strangers, whether it's waiting on a line at a grocery store or at Disneyland, or even while my wife's changing at Macy's and I'm just hanging out outside. My wife says, "How come people just enjoy talking to you, or you can just strike a conversation with anybody?" And I think that's part of being that ESFJ, where I want to make sure I can connect with someone, and I really enjoy being around people. So for those of you who know me, who I've had an opportunity to work with, uh, I'd hope you'd agree with this, because for me, this is one of the things that hits home for me about who I am, and I really enjoy getting to know people. I hope you enjoyed a little insight into who I am, and it was interesting to take this questionnaire and see the results, and I was pleasantly surprised how it touched home because of the similarities. And again, I was able to confirm with my wife, so it was nice to get confirmation that I didn't just see it one way or another. All right, you have a great one.